everyone. Welcome back to the Beauty Topics podcast. I have one of my favorite people on the couch with me today. I have known her for quite a few years now. She is a boss mom. She's a wife. I mean, she's an entrepreneur, or what I like to call a mompreneur. And I'm just so excited to have her here on the couch. And we're going to get a little bit of tea from her, too, in just a bit. So, Miss Aydee, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about yourself?
Well, thank you. What a warm welcome. I love that introduction. It makes me feel so just like want to flip my hair.
Yes, flip it a little bit.
Yes. So my name is Aydee. I own Sugarberry Cookie Shop. Like you said, I'm a mom. And that's basically how I started off. I started off as a mom who just needed something creative and fun to do. I like to have lots of little adventures with my nieces. I'm like the fun aunt, right?
Yes.
So we took a cookie decorating class and I've been hooked. Literally hooked. We took a cookie decorating class in 2018, just something for fun. And I just thought it was so much fun and such a fun creative outlet. I feel like I'm just like typically just like a creative person. I like to create things. I'm not always like the best at it. I just like to create things. And my love language is food.
There it is.
I love to love people with food.
Yes.
My son has cerebral palsy.
Yes.
He has like a million people in his life.
Yeah.
And I thought, what better way to show like my love and gratitude to all of his people than to like gift them like beautiful homemade treats. Delicious homemade treats.
Delicious homemade treats. Okay. She comes into my house with a box of deliciousness. And when I tell you it's taking everything in me right now, I'm holding back my spirit to not run out of here and go in my kitchen and tear through that box.
Just rip it open.
I mean, when I tell you I'm so excited for this to be over, not that I want her to leave, but I want to tear through those cookies. Okay. They're incredible.
Thank you.
Say your name again because she says it so beautifully. I say it the country way. I want you to say it.
It is pronounced Aydee.
Aydee.
Aydee. And
Aydee.
I know people ask me, say,
You see, and I'm like, that's my girl Aydee. And they're like, no, girl. And I'm like, she is to me.
well, so literally
Or my cookie boo.
everybody just calls me Sugarberry now, which is actually kind of fun.
I dig it. Sugarberry.
It's cute.
That is cute.
I go to pick up my coffee at my local coffee shop, and I don't even give them a name. They just call it Sugarberry. And I'm like,
All right, Sugarberry. I'm
That's
here
me.
for it. Well, how did you come up with the name for your company?
It's actually a very silly reason. It's actually the name of my street.
Girl, shut the front door. I never even paid attention to that.
So when people come to pick up their cookies, they're like, I get it now. It is, initially, when I literally planned out my business in a matter of 3 days.
Girl, shut the front door.
I actually just celebrated my 5th anniversary.
Congratulations, my darling.
So this all started Cinco de Mayo 2020.
Okay.
And I just made cookies for my family. I love a cute picture.
Yes.
I love a beautiful flat lay. So even before I was a cookie lady, I would beautifully like do my lay out my cookies that I would make for my family.
Yeah.
And I laid out these beautiful Cinco de Mayo cookies. And I just posted them on Facebook. Hey, happy Cinco de Mayo. This is what we're having for dessert.
And see, somebody like me would have been like, can I place my order?
And everyone just started.
I'm sure.
My Facebook just blew up, and I thought, no, I'm sure there's rules to, selling food from your house. I don't know,
of course,
and I was like, I don't know what the rules are. I literally just made like a dozen for my family, and all these, and somebody just offered me money, and I said,
I like money.
That could be a pair of shoes.
I mean, you like money, you like baking, we like eating, we like snacking. So I'm kind of like,
Well, in the middle of this, we were pandemic times. My husband had gotten laid off. They lost their contract in Saudi Arabia. So he was home. The oil field was like tanking. And we were kind of just at home chilling.
Yeah.
And, when somebody offered me money, I thought, wow, because we're huge Dave Ramseyers. So I love like a good budget, right?
Yeah.
And then like our blow money category had kind of fizzled when
dwindled down. All of ours did, for sure. Yeah.
When he got laid off. And so I thought, I literally was just thinking like, oh, this could be like my blow money. This could be my money to buy like, cookie cutters for like the next holiday.
Yes.
I literally was just thinking of like buying more cookie supplies. And it literally just morphed. I developed a business plan, which was basically me having a conversation with my husband saying, hey, if I do this, will you do like the boring stuff like the taxes and
I mean, when I tell you, you and I have these husbands, mine's all behind the scenes.
Oh, yes. My
Because
husband-
I don't want to do, I just want to do this part and talk to my girls and then let him and my daughter do all the rest.
I figure out who I owe money. Like, I don't know.
I don't know either.
And so I was like, if you figure out my taxes and wash the dishes. I hate washing dishes. If you could take care of that, I think I could start a business.
Yes.
And literally 3 days later, May 8th, I started my business.
Come on, girl. I'm here for it.
I know. I am in pajama pants in my very first photo. It was pandemic time, so I was literally looking rough, right? I took off my Cheeto stained t-shirt and I threw on a dress, an apron, posed by my mixer. Seriously, 3 days later, started a business named it Sugarberry Cookie Shop. I knew I didn't want my name in it. For obvious reasons. My name is pretty difficult and it's hard to spell. So that I thought if somebody's going to be searching me, it needs to be something cute and catchy and fun. And my name just sounds sweet. I mean, my street name. Yeah. So it just was perfection.
I mean, literally, it's perfect though. Sugarberry. It couldn't have gotten any better than that.
I mean, and just perfect. Everything's got the logo on it, the jacket. I'm always logoed. That's just my thing.
I love it. You have to represent. You're a walking brand.
If I'm not going to be my hype person, who else will be?
That part. I mean, you got to be. I mean, that's what I say. I have to be my number one cheerleader. You have to be your number one cheerleader.
Absolutely.
Even though we have a great community behind us.
Oh, absolutely.
But we still are physically the ones that are in it that have to do it. So I love
be the train, be the force.
So what was your first big order? Was it scary?
My first big order to me in my head was the first time someone reached out to me that it was someone I didn't know. Oh. That was my first oh my God, I made it. Because initially when I first launched my business, oh my God, all of my friends and family, everyone came out and just oh, well, I have this, I have well, and then everyone was on lockdown times. So then it became everyone was doing the drive-by parties.
Yes.
And so it was just this sweet little personal way of giving someone something small and easy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That didn't require refrigeration. It didn't require, they would just come pick it up from my porch. And so I literally just made so many cute little graduation gift boxes, a birthday. I just came up with sets. I try to keep things simple. I came up with a birthday set. You can get the boy set, the girl set.
Okay.
The graduation set. You pick your color, and so I try to keep it really simple because I was new and I kind of had no clue what I was doing. So, and then those kind of started getting the word out. Someone in Fulshire posted my cookies on a neighborhood community page. When I tell you,
wow, that can be a big
blew me up. And then that's when I started getting those. So my first order from someone that I didn't know was 24 cookies, which it's not a gigantic order, but just that somebody that I didn't know was going to order cookies for me, that trusted me and just called me. That was so special to me.
Yeah, that's a huge deal because someone took a picture of my mobile salon and posted it on their community tab, their community neighborhood Facebook page, and was oh, everybody was oh, I saw it go by. And then next thing you know, everybody in Firethorn is texting me for an appointment. It's just that one little spark, and it just kind of sets everything off. And I'm so grateful for the person who posted that. I thought
absolutely.
It was so cool, So word of mouth for small businesses like us is incredible.
Huge.
Yeah.
That's what I always say. Whenever we do, because we do cookie decorating classes, and if we pop up at a coffee shop, if we pop up at a floral shop, wherever we might pop up, I always ask, who's been in here before? Okay, you're not in, and I always make that a thing. If you've not been here before, you know what this business would love? A follow. They would love if you could tag us. I mean, I say it cooler in my little spiel, but but I do encourage everyone to give the place that's hosting us a follow, a thank you, a shout out on
just
post.
show that support. Yeah,
absolutely. And I do those businesses to know that I'm bringing in new clientele too. So it's a good little partnership of, hey, I'm bringing new people into your space.
What's a cookie class like with my girl? What's it like?
Well, first of all, I specialize in many things. My number one specialty is fun. Because that is a specialty.
Yes. And you always have that smile. Like every time I see you, you just like, you make me light up like a Christmas tree.
Well, you by yourself are a light. And I light up when I see you. So it's like, it's fun. And first things first, I always say, if you're a perfectionist, ball it up, throw it out the window.
Oh.
We're here for fun.
Yes.
We're here to learn techniques. And they're not going to be perfection.
Yes.
But they're going to be great. And you're going to leave feeling confident in being able to do this at home. So that's like first things first, but it's just fun. I take them through piping skills.
Okay.
We go through whatever our set is. So whatever it's themed, most times they're themed seasonally, right? So it's always fun. Or if we're at a place, they're themed to like that place. Maybe if we did so we're going to do a pop-up like at a pizzeria.
Yes.
So it's like themed to like, a chef hat, a pizza, you know what I mean? So it's like
so
fun
cute.
and it just keeps things fun. So those are our themed ones, but then also we have just our seasonal classes that we do. And then you just have fun. I take them step by step and you start to finish, decorate your set of cookies. And then at the end, you get your workbook that has like one of the most popular sugar cookie recipes, icing recipes, tips and tricks, and then a link to my retail store.
Oh, wow. Okay. So what's in your retail store?
So we are also like Sugarberry Cookie Shop, but we have like a whole retail component to what we do. So I sell all the things that you need to do your own cookies at home, like the specialty rolling pins, the mixes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a pretty cool deal. I do also seasonally, we have like aprons. So right now we've got like a fun spring line and it's like butterflies and bumblebees. And so we've got like a whole retail component too. Sugarberry.
Okay. I need the bumblebees apron.
It's all so cute.
I kind of need it.
Are you a bumblebee queen?
Well, my last name is hyphenated, but bees is my. So it's like I need the one with the bees on it.
I wish I had known that.
That is so cute. I shall go online and order. I'm very excited.
You're the bee queen.
That's it.
The queen bee.
That's it. That part. Oh, no, wait. That's somebody else, girl. Let me not. Hold on. Don't come for me. Girl, I don't want that little beehive coming after me. No. But I have to have that, though, regardless. That sounds so cute. So what kind of inspired you to go into that retail space? What made you take the leap into that?
I have always had like either an Amazon storefront or, I have that component. And so that was also what I would give to my clients after their class. And it just made sense to I do a lot of markets. I do a lot of pop-ups.
Yes, you do.
That is probably cookie classes is my number one thing that I love to do about my business. Second thing are pop-ups. I just love being with the people. Love being with the people. That's my jam. I love connecting. I like seeing everyone face to face. And I love being able to have the tools there at my pop-ups with me. So it's nice to maybe not everybody wants a cookie, but maybe there are some bakers out there. Maybe there's a grandma that, hey, I don't really eat cookies. My kids live far away. My grandkids live far away, but they love to bake. And I'm like, well, here, you can send them.
Yeah, send them a whole kit.
You can send them. So I have the starter kids baking kits, and it has all the supplies that they need in there.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and so then I cannot ship legally through Texas my baked goods, but I can ship my retail components.
Okay, that makes sense.
So then I do offer shipping on all that. So it is nice to be able to wrap up a cute little gift and mail it to their grandkids.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I love that. That's such a smart idea.
Oh, I try to think every now and then.
What are some of your favorite pop-ups that you've done? Because I've seen you at the coffee shop and different things like that.
Yeah, so
Homebrew and all those Humble Grounds.
Humble Grounds, that's probably where we started our pop-up life.
Yes, they're so sweet. I love, every time I go in there, she knows it's hibiscus tea, no sugar. I'm like, yes. Splash of lemon, yes. She knows when I walk in because I get the same thing every time. I love when they just know.
I love that. I love when I order something because if I'm gonna go pick up my son from school or whatever, I'll order his teacher, drive through a coffee for her, and whenever I get something that's not my usual, I'll get a text. Hey, is this you? Is this right? Did you? And I'm like, yeah, that's me.
Because they know the order. I love it. Yeah, they're so personable there. They really are.
Literally, it's so funny the amount of times I've gotten a text hey, did you get this right? And I'm like, yeah, it's not for me today.
I love it.
I know. I love that they know my drink. So that was the OG. And that is my tried and true. We line those dates out for the year.
Oh, wow. Okay. So do you do one every season, every quarter? What is that?
At Humble Grounds?
Yes.
They do theirs seasonally starting in the fall because it gets hot, right?
Yes.
So we have like the Mother's Day market. We just had that in May. And then we won't start again until the fall.
Okay, gotcha.
Because it's just way too hot.
Yeah,
and then they offer like a Galentine's, but that's like a night market.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, very cool.
So so that's like the OG, like that's like where I got my feet wet, right? Because it was like kind of scary. So from there, I've just branched out all over. Sometimes I do pop-ups, like big community things, like we do the big Piccadilly Market. Have you heard of that one?
Girl, that's
a huge market.
I was like, how do you prepare for that? That's a lot.
That's a huge market. It's like I call it like a mini Wimberley. It's a huge market. It's at St. Peter's, and they put on this amazing thing, like 100+ vendors. Yeah, it is like a huge market. And so they reached out to me and asked me to come last year. And they're like, do you think you'd come back again? And I'm like, absolutely. This is an incredible market.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was massive.
I have to come help you do it just because I'm just so curious.
Fun.
Yeah, I just want to do it. Just put an apron on me and put me up there.
Yes.
I could pass out samples or something. That would be so fun.
Oh, dude, we'd be like and I'd cut my hair extra
Oh,
short.
I know. I would get a trim. Girl, we'd be the little Bob twins out there.
Oh my
God.
God.
Love it. I would totally do it. Like, tag me. Like, I want to go.
Oh, no, 100%. I have the date.
Yeah, I want
I'll
to
send it to you.
That'll be super freaking fun.
I know.
But how do you prepare? Like, are you just at home making 1,000 cookies? Like, what?
No, I have a team. Like, we've grown because I did try doing it all by myself because I didn't know.
Okay, Superwoman.
I didn't know anybody else wanted to help me.
Yeah.
And so I'm basically recruiting everyone in my neighborhood to come work for me. My neighbor, she's about 3 doors down from me. Nicole, she's amazing. She's like the baking.
Hey, Nicole.
Yeah. Oh, she's the best. Like she's there now. It's Monday, dough day. She's there making all the dough.
It's dough day.
It's dough day.
Come on. I love
Yes.
It's the dough day.
And we just have fun. You know what I mean? She's like another mom. Her kids are in high school. Like we just have a good time.
I love it.
And so, the very first employee I had was Karen, and she's the most unconventional, or she's the person that you would think would be least likely to work for me.
Really?
Because she was actually what you would call my direct competitor, but I don't see competition in like cookie space. We're all just moms trying to like do something, you know? So there are a few cookie ladies who live in my neighborhood. We're all like really good friends. And, we'd walk together. We'd, like she'd call me panicking 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh my God, I don't think I'm going to make it. And, I'm like, girl, open your door. And there I am, like helping her make boxes.
I love it.
There was this one time I'll never forget. It was the night before like the back to school drop. And my sealer thingy like completely stopped working on me. And I had no way to seal cookies. And I texted her, like at 11:30 at night. And I was like, are you awake? My sealer just died. Literally, she was like, it's on your porch. Like not even 5 minutes later, it's on your porch.
Do you see that community of women? Like, I love that. It's not cattiness. It's all of these mompreneurs just like supporting each other. Like, it's not a competition. There is enough business for everyone.
Yes, absolutely. So like, I want to get like a little teary-eyed thinking about that because there were like literally so many times. There's nobody who understands the trenches of being like a solopreneur trying to do something like somebody else who's in that same world.
Space. Yes.
And so like, there are so many times where it was like, oh my God, I forgot to order this cutter. Oh my God. Just having each other's back like that. And she knew where I was lacking. She was at one point, I don't know how many years in she'd been in her business. And she just got to a point where she was like, I got a toddler. I am so overwhelmed with like, trying to be a mom, a wife, be to my customers where I really just want to be a mom, and it just turned into her knowing where I was lacking and saying like, okay, you're so unorganized. Which is true. I am the creative. I just want to be like, woo, 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 idea.
Yeah.
And can somebody else just like make this make sense, And she was like, she joked twice. And from there I was like, okay, really? Like, if you want to come work for me, you can. And it just turned into, dude, you are so unorganized. What does your inbox look like? I bet you it's crazy. I bet you I could like help you organize and streamline your business.
Yes.
And it was a joke. And then a joke again. And that's all it took for me to go, okay, dead serious. Would you come work for me? And she was like, in a heartbeat, she closed down her business and she came and she she was my very first employee. She came on as my admin.
I love it.
And like literally
and got you together.
Literally got me together.
Yes.
And it's been incredible ever since.
I love that.
And then from there, like it just really did help me streamline my business to where I could take on more. I could do more.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's where Nicole came into the picture. And man, with Nicole, I feel like we've been unstoppable. Now, if I just had a decorator, forget it.
Wow.
I take over the cookie world. Kidding.
Wow. I mean, hey, you might, mama. I'm here for it. And what cracks me up is too, what I like so much about you is that you didn't take that as an insult. Somebody going, girl, look, you're a mess. You are a mess. You're disorganized. Woo. You were like, okay, well, come fix it.
No, 100%. I'm like, if you have a solution.
No offense taken.
If you have a solution, I'm more than happy for you to be my solution because I am. Like, I know where I'm very self-aware and know where I'm lacking.
Yeah.
Which is that, like, my organizational skills are like bad.
Wow. So, like, since today is dough day, like, how much dough is she over there making? Like, you have all your set orders for the week, so you have a specific amount of pounds of dough you got to put in today.
Yes. So we have like all of our orders, and it's also May, which May is like psychotic. May is like literally crazier than December.
Shut the front door.
And it's funny because I was talking to the owner of my Chick-fil-A, and we were just chatting about May, and she said that her catering like orders like vastly surpass anything. Her May orders vastly surpass anything that for like the year.
I believe it because I do hair and makeup for weddings, and I kid you not, every bridal suite has a tray of Chick-fil-A nuggets, a tray of fruit, like every piles of kale salad. Every single, I kid you not, almost every single bridal suite I go in is Chick-fil-A catering.
Oh yeah.
That's what they have before they go out to say I do. Everybody eats the nuggets.
This is Body Bag Cookies and Nuggets.
That's what's there, though. So that makes total sense between the graduation parties, all the May weddings. Oh, I'm sure the business is through the roof.
Oh, it's crazy. No, May is psychotic. So May is like nuts. And then we also have a market to prep for. So yeah, we're making a ton of dough.
Wow. So what types of like flavors, what are I mean, do you take requests for dough?
The requests for dough. Okay, so I am queen of keep it simple.
Okay.
And I'm queen of do a limited thing, but do it right.
Okay.
So I pride myself in my sugar cookie. Like, I think we have an amazing sugar cookie recipe. Like, it is like, I literally do pride myself in it.
I'm aware.
Yeah. And
I've
so
eaten it.
like for our orders, you get, and you've probably not had our brownie.
I haven't had the brownie, but I have had a heck of a lot of those sugar cookies with no brownies.
So our brownie sugar cookie is literally.
Wait, it's a brownie cookie.
It's literally that. It is a brownie in a sugar cookie. Like, had a baby.
Girl,
And
don't come here with that.
oh, it is divine. So I do pride myself in having a limited menu, I guess you could say, for custom orders. But then they're done well.
Oh,
So that is my thing. And so seasonally for flavors, is what we offer them at markets. So they're seasonal. So we're about to go into the summer, and the summer is when I bring out my strawberry lemonade. And it is, again, I hate saying like all my stuff is delicious.
But yes, it is.
But it is.
Tell the truth. Yes, it is.
So it's a strawberry lemonade cookie with the lemon icing. Oh. But it's like the right amount of like sweet and tart. You know what I mean?
But I'm a tart person. I'm very much like a tart person. You know, I like bitter things. I like really dark chocolate. I'm like, I'll eat dark chocolate that's like 90% cacao. Like, I don't care. Like, I like it bitter, like a tart lemony cookie. Are you kidding me? Oh, or a lemon bar. Girl, I'm so here for it. I want a strawberry lemonade cookie.
Our strawberry lemonade is divine.
I need the date for the market, and so I can come get some.
And then so then our fall cookie is actually, again, I hate sounding like I'm like name dropping.
Drop it. Drop it.
But that is the cookie that I competed on Food Network.
Yes, we got to get into that. You got to spill all the tea. I can't wait.
And that cookie is amazing, delicious. Reed Drummond, the Pioneer Woman.
Yes.
Loved that cookie. Eddie Jackson, he's here in Cyprus.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He loved, they loved our cookie. So like, that was like, that was literally all I needed.
That's it. Like, that's the top, you know? I mean,
So then
the Pioneer Woman said, my cookie is bomb. Are you kidding me?
So then that's the cookie that I roll out for the fall. That's our apple toffee cookie. And again, these are all cookies that and it's funny because one of our biggest bestsellers from last year was our chocolate chip cookie. Mm-hmm. And again, it's a classic,
yes,
but not basic chocolate chip cookie. It's so good. And for the fall, Nicole said, man, we need to like make this chocolate chip cookie, like give it some fall. Like we can take it and she was like, I have this idea for like a pumpkin chocolate chip. And I'm not a pumpkin girl.
Me neither.
Pumpkin grosses me out.
I'm not a pumpkin person. I'm a sweet potato person. I'm not a pumpkin person.
I can do. I can get down with a sweet potato. But when she said a pumpkin chocolate chip, I thought that sounds disgusting. But I'm not going to poo-poo on your idea. Yeah. Let's play with it. So she went in one day and she played with it, and I just brought a bunch of things, for us to like kind of trial. We trialed one, and we said, I get it. I see where we're going. That sucked. Mm-hmm. It was not good. Like just our execution was not good.
Yeah.
I was like, but let's, tweak it, here, and here. Oh, that is literally my favorite chocolate chip cookie.
Shut up. Okay, I'll try it. Because if we're both not pumpkin people,
I'm not.
And you think it's yummy, it must be
so
yummy.
I told her, I said, we have to change the name of it.
Okay.
Because we can't call it pumpkin. Because if I hear...
What do you have to call it? Fall chip? Or
no,
what
we call it our spiced chocolate chip.
Spiced chocolate chip. Okay, see, that would trick me into eating it.
Because I said, and I told her, I said, if it has pumpkin in the name, I won't eat it. I won't try it because I don't like pumpkin. Mm-hmm. And then so we called it our spiced because it really just feels like you're being hugged by fall.
Mm. Does it have any nuts in it or anything?
I stay away from nuts because I'm trying to not kill anybody.
I mean, that totally makes sense.
And we have like such a high volume, it just cross contamination, like all that stuff. Like really,
see, that's why you're the professional in those things. Yeah, because I'm a sucker for a chocolate chip pecan cookie. Oh,
I'm a nuts girl. I love pecans, a walnuts,
almonds.
Pecan. Mm-hmm.
Girl, I just eat them by the handfuls. I throw them in my yogurt. I just love it.
I do,
but that totally makes sense with the cross contamination.
I have to be
so careful.
Smart about things like that, and so. Also back to like the retail line, this is kind of also what prompted me to do it. It's hard to be a home-based baker unless your home is exclusively gluten-free.
Oh, okay.
It's really hard to offer yourself as a specialty baker in a setting that's not, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And so you can say you're gluten, what are the words people use? Like gluten, I don't know. People use like the words, it's like gluten-free ingredients, but not in a gluten-free space.
Okay. I got you.
And again, I'm such a high production place. And I took a class on like how long like flour spores live and all this stuff. And it was just way too scary for me to want to venture into that world. So I don't offer gluten-free or any kind of specialty baking, but I carry a line of gluten-free mixes.
There you go.
And that's how I can kind of get around that. And so like, while I don't bake gluten-free, and so gluten-free baking has really come a long way. These kits, I've like just made them for my family. They are amazing.
Wow.
Like
they don't taste like cardboard anymore.
They don't taste like cardboard. And I almost feel weird, marketing them as like a gluten-free line because they're literally can be for anyone. Like you don't have to be gluten-free to eat them. Like if you just wanted good, Blondie, like the Blondie little bag. Oh man, it's so good. So it's nice to be able to have that retail component of Sugarberry where I can now offer all these like great lines.
That's amazing. Wow. Okay. Spill the tea about the Food Network. Like, I feel like I have this celebrity on my couch, but she's my friend, and I was like telling everybody I knew my friends on TV, my friend, like Food Network, yes.
Just casually like, hanging out with the stars.
How the heck did that come to be?
Okay, first of all, that was nowhere on my radar. And I would have never, I feel like I would have never thought myself good enough because again, I do think I make amazing bakes and I think but I don't think I'm like the best. You know what I mean?
Because you're still humble. Like you're just this incredible, humble mom, wife, mompreneur. You don't necessarily see what we see. You know what I mean? Like you don't see what we see. We all know. Like me and everybody I talk to, we all knew.
So
all
sweet.
The Katie moms we knew. we were like, yeah, of course, that makes total sense for her to be on there.
Well, it really was like caught me completely off guard. I had done an amazing, incredible photo shoot with Rochelle from Party & Co.
Yes.
Oh, you know,
okay.
Okay. Everyone knows Rochelle. She's amazing. So she's got this crazy creative mind, and she came up with an idea for a Halloween photo styling. She had the most incredible, just everything, right? And we did the style shoot, did all this cool content with it.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to let, my skull makeup go unused. So I went home and I did a bunch of, videos and reels and things. I had to go pick up my son from school with
a shutter skull. Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, it was a really cool photo shoot. That was, in the fall. Come February, I had done a pop-up at our local Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
They have me come in for family nights, which is really fun. So I went in there, went home. Karen, my admin, calls me, freaking out. You got an email from Food Network. I was like, no, I didn't.
You're like, spam, garbage, trash.
I know. I was like, no, I didn't. And she goes, you did. They want you to talk to a producer. I was like, Karen, it's like a scam.
Yeah, it's a scam. Yeah, I would assume the same thing. Scam.
I know.
Yeah. Don't click on any links. It's a scam.
And I know. Well, I was literally like, it's a scam. Just throw it away. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's just, it's real. So I log in and I go look and I'm like, I start looking up the production company that they said that they're from. And I'm like, this is looking awfully legit. And so I was like, yeah, like tell him, yeah, whatever, right? So he literally the next day I was on the phone with casting. They were like, okay, great. We need you to build. They'd given me this whole like backstory and to a thing that I had to build.
Okay.
And you can talk to a producer. I got that email on a Tuesday night, talked to casting Wednesday. They wanted me to have my display made and ready to talk to a producer on Thursday.
Holy crap.
Again, I am a high volume bakery. Yes. I had like 300 naked cookies for a plastic surgeons conference.
Whoa.
We host this huge disability awareness event.
Yes.
That was happening on Saturday. I was like, I cannot say no to this opportunity, but I still have to fulfill my obligations, right? So I did everything that I could to try to finagle an extension to Monday. The casting producer was like, I'm going to try my hardest. Like, you seem like really fun. I think that they would love you on the show. You better bring it.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, I promise. Monday. So she got the extension. I met with them on Monday.
Oh, good. Thank goodness.
And it was cute. My 3D thing that I had to build. It was really cute. Presented, whatever. The producer loved me. The producer.
So you doing all this via Skype?
Yeah.
Or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Zoom, whatever.
Like a Zoom call. Yeah.
And it's funny because again, you were not allowed to say anything, whatever. And I've got all these amazing boutique friends. And I remember texting one of them saying I need a cute top. Doesn't matter what my bottom is I need a cute top. But I had literally no time for anything. And they're like, you just bought this, all of these tops are great tops on you. It was just so funny. They're like, this one really shows your personality. This one's really fun. Make sure you wear fun jewelry. And they were helping me style me over text.
I love that.
It was just I love that I have so many people that I can just reach out to that.
Yeah, because we're all rooting for you.
And just to be I can't leave my house this second. Can you help me? And so they did. Anyway, they styled me via text. And yeah, that Monday I was on another Zoom with the producer.
What is that like though? Was that scary? Was it scary? It was one person, or there's a panel of people staring at you?
The first one was one person.
Okay.
I am of the mindset of we're all people.
Yeah.
Right? And so even though something's cool or whatever, I feel because sometimes I'm in networking things or whatever, and there are all these big wig people, and I'm I make cookies, Yeah. But at the same time, we're all people.
I feel
so.
You
I try to not get
intimidated.
Yes. When I met the Pioneer Woman, I did
a little bit.
I did.
That's a little different.
Yeah, I did. have
That's like, if I meet Bobby Flay, I'm passing out.
I had like a little like oh my God.
Yeah.
So I'm glad we got to meet them first off camera.
Nice, to kind of help calm down the nerves. You've already met that. They're smart. They know what they're doing.
Let me have my little fangirl moment.
Yeah.
And then, okay. So then, but yeah, so like, and it was just like a guy. I mean, that's what I tell myself. It's just a guy.
Yeah.
And it was funny because kind of like I was walking in here, I was like on the Zoom and I was like, give me a second. I like went off camera, popped my Invisalign out.
So you don't lisp.
Came back, like, okay, I'm ready.
They probably thought, I'm sure they thought that was endearing though. Like, look, she's so sweet. Like, hold on. I'm back.
I just like sometimes I forget that I'm wearing them. Okay, so then I was like, just try to. I know. And so I have another friend. She's a cake maker here, Sarah Ono Jones. She's incredible. Her handle's Sono Jones, Sono. She is the most incredible cake artist.
Sounds familiar.
Oh, she's been like on Disney Plus, like baking shows.
Okay, no wonder. I'm like, yeah, I know who it is.
She's been on.
Wow.
She's been on several Food Network competitions.
Yes.
And so when I first got that email, I called her immediately. Well, first of all, when she reached out to me from like a Katie baking group, when she reached out to me and like was like, hey, I'm always needing referrals for cookies. Like I'd be excited to refer people to you.
Oh,
I just thought, how do you even know I exist? Like, you are incredible. I was literally like complete. And so then she and I collaborated on, well, she's the one who got the gig and she just brought me along and I was like, cool, thanks. To make cookies for an influencer here. And it was so funny because my admin came with me because she's like, I've been following her story. She's got a son with like a hearing impaired and son. And so like, she's like, I've been following their journey. Like, I love like their story. My admin was like, can I come so I can meet her? And I'm like, yeah, totally. And it was funny because we show up to this event and my admin wants to meet the influencer and I'm like dying to meet the cake lady in real life. And I'm like, I'm here for the cake lady. So it was fun to meet her in real life. And then, so I immediately reached out to her and I was like, give me some tips. She's like, you are so fun.
Yeah,
just be she's like, just
You're
be
very
yourself.
high energy and fun.
Yeah. She's like, literally just be yourself. Like, don't get intimidated. Don't, feel,
don't get too in your head.
Yeah.
Just,
she's like, don't freak out over anything. And she basically says it's the same thing. Like, they're just people, you know, she's like, just be yourself. So I literally just try to be like, I'm talking to my friend. And, they were like, okay, great. We're going to do one more interview where they did like a panel interview and they had like an actual pastry chef from like Food Network and they quiz you on like food pairings. They're like, okay, the secret ingredient's this, like, what do you pair it with? The secret ingredient, and they just shoot out things at you. Oh. And so like, and again, I don't think like I'm an amazing, like whatever, but I do love to cook and I do love to like, and so baking is an exact science.
Yes, it is. That's why I don't do it.
I am like, I feel like I'm a fake baker.
That would be me. I'm Rice Krispie treats. And then I think I'm killing it.
Yes. Well, I mean, you can't go wrong with the Rice Krispie.
Melt that butter.
I know. I'm here for it. I am like the laziest baker you will ever meet. But I understand, like, I love food. I love to cook. Like, that is like my jam. But I love that it's also so like free and like just, taste it. Okay, this goes with this. Like, I am a Food Network watcher. That is, I learned how to cook from my mom, but like, that's how I learned how to cook Mexican food. Yeah. But like everything else, I literally, my early married days watching Rachel Ray, like watching.
I used to love Rachel Ray.
Yeah, like all the people on Food Network. And yeah, that's literally how and so like when they were giving like flavor profiles at me and I was shooting stuff out.
Come on, I love it.
Like, but could I execute it? I don't know, but they just needed to know what I would do. And this is what I would do. And so they were pretty impressed with like my flavor pairings and stuff. So that was cool. And yeah, and then next thing you know, I was there in LA.
Wow. What was it like? Like, okay, you step off that plane and you're like, whoo.
Okay, first things first. I'm such a chicken. I've never been in an Uber. I I will get kidnapped. I'm sure of it. So like that was like probably my biggest like scare was like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to do things by myself. Like, like in a whole new city.
Oh, so you went alone, hubby, or nobody went with you?
Well, they could have gone with me.
Okay.
I chose to go alone because I just wanted to be present in the moment. I didn't want...
It can be distracting to have to focus on other
my
people.
son is just so, like, I don't want to say he's needy, but my son does require a lot of things. And
Yeah, of
I would
course.
have been happier in my brain that he's at home with husband who, like, knows how to do everything.
Yeah.
And if we had said, like, try to line things out for, like, someone else to care for him, that would, I think, stressed me out more.
It would have.
Yeah. So Nathan being safe and cool and with his dad, okay, cool. I felt like I was good. But yeah, so then but then we ended up like having drivers. So I was like, oh, I don't have to go to an Uber. Like, so that was like,
nice.
I know. So
fancy.
I know. So that was like cool. And then like, you didn't get to meet your competitors straight away.
Okay.
You didn't get to meet them till the next day. And it was funny because again, it was also last minute and fast. I had no time to prep the beauty part of it. Right. So I get there and I was like, I got to find someone to do my eyebrows. I got to find someone to do my nails. So when I got there that first day, I got to go like explore, like, you know, like, and I ended up finding like we still kind of chat on Instagram. He was so funny. Like he was like the best. And so like he did my nails. I just like walked into like a place and got my eyebrows done. And then I was talking to the girl and telling her that I was going to be on Food Network and you know, whatever. And she goes, what? Because at that point, I mean, I technically could not have spoken about it, but like they didn't know who I was. So it was like, and she was like, oh my gosh, it's so exciting. She's like, will you give us a shout out?
You can't go, see this brow?
And I was like,
can't do that.
And I was like, probably not on TV, but I was like, but I'll tag you.
Yeah, exactly. I'll do what I can.
Yeah. So anyway, it was just really cool. And then, so they did not provide hair and makeup, which I thought was a bummer.
Oh, that is a bummer. They should have called me. I would have came.
Yeah. So there was like an app to find like style people. So I connected with the girl there. She came and she did my hair and makeup. She was also so sweet.
Anyway, you looked beautiful.
Oh, thank you. And I felt good. That's always like my thing. A friend of mine just did Houston Life and you know, I've done that. And so she was like, she's like, give me all the tips. And I said, first things first, get your hair and makeup done. You're going to feel like it just makes you feel
like
so,
$1,000,000.
And it makes you just feel so confident that you're going to be able to just.
And it's 2 less things to worry about, the hair and the makeup. You just got to get dressed and then find that right shoe so you can strut in there and just work it.
And just feel, it just makes you feel like so much more confident.
Absolutely.
And so, anyway, but it, you walk on set and it just feels like surreal. You're like, how is this real? Like my soul left my body.
Wow.
And then meeting our competitors was super cool because I don't know if your face is not out there, like if you go to my social media, it's like all my face, you think I'm obsessed with myself. But I just need everyone to know who I am. So, so some people aren't like that on their social media. And so one of the girls that was there, we all started sharing our handles and she said her handle. And I remember being like, "Your decadent dough." I was like, "I follow you."
Decadent dough.
I was
love
like,
it.
I'm obsessed with you. And so I had another like little fangirl moment because I got to meet someone that I admire in the cookie world. So that was also just meeting one of my competitors.
That's so cool.
Was cool. And we literally all instantly became best friends. We were together like after meeting, we were together inseparable the entire time.
Oh, I love it.
And so like Anne, who won our episode, she's getting married in June. Like she invited us to her wedding. Oh, we're going to her wedding in June. So it's like,
I love it.
I know. Like we literally have like our little text group. We talk all the time. Like I love it. It's cool to have like a really wild experience, an experience with people that you like, and then still be able to be friends with them. You know what I mean?
Because you guys will always have that little bond that you'll share, that we were on Food Network together. We did this.
Yes.
You know, we competed. That's such a huge thing. Let's be real. Most people in their lifetime will never go to Food Network and be on a special.
Even like think of all the, okay, I didn't win my episode. Okay.
So what? You were there.
I literally, and so I threw like the biggest like watch party.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, you won. You wouldn't be doing such a big party if you didn't.
Yes, I would.
And I'm like, bro, do you understand? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think of like all the content on all of the interwebs. Like literally a staffing like TV person came across my content and said, you would be cool to put on TV.
Okay, I would have thrown a party for that.
Like that.
I would have had a big, huge barbecue just because of the email.
Like that alone?
You know, you know how many briskets I would have cooked because of the email came through?
Like, honestly,
Girl,
that alone was like, made it.
Yeah,
you know what I
done.
mean? Yes, like that alone was like all I needed.
I could have came in 20th. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was there, you weren't.
And no, seriously. And it's funny because my sister, how I got not disqualified, but how I got kicked off or whatever was which was funny because after how it happened, my sister was like, hey, at least how it all transpired was very on brand for you. I was looking for the meringue powder to put in our icing. Mm-hmm. And one of the other girls had it on her station. Mm-hmm. So I ran, and there's no commercial labels, right? So everything's just like a blank label with like a clear jar with like a label printed on it.
Gotcha.
And I just saw powder. Like, I just saw the sign of it. That's it. And I went and I grabbed it off her station, ran back to mine, started making my icing, and it was like not frothing. It was not doing what it's supposed to be doing. And I was like, this is weird. But I had made my dough and gotten that lined out so quickly that I wasn't stressing out on time. Mm-hmm. And I said, don't panic. Threw it away, started over. Second time, still not doing what it was supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this is weird. Mm-hmm. In my second trial, redrumming comes into my kitchen and it's like, oh, so what do you use baking powder in? And I looked at her and I'm like, I don't even use baking powder in my cookies. And I was like, I don't use baking powder. And she's like, so what do you put baking powder in? And I'm looking at her like, are you having a stroke? I'm not using baking powder. Girl. She picks up the jar, flips it over, and it's baking powder, not meringue powder.
Girl.
Which is why so I lost so much. So I had to make my icing a third time. And then I finally had the right meringue powder, did it. And then it happened. It came through. So then I ran out of time on making colors. So I decorated it, but I had like 3 colors.
Yeah.
So it was still like cute. I still executed. I still finished. I'm still proud of.
Yeah, I'm still proud of what you put out.
I really am so proud of what I did. He was a little goth looking. You know, he had like a black Santa hat on him. But I still finished it.
Yeah.
And I was still there. I still like experienced it. And so that was all I needed.
I mean, but
and they loved my cookie.
That's the thing I was going to say. The flavor was probably through the roof.
Yes.
Delicious.
Yes, they loved my cookie, and that right there was literally all I needed.
That's it. Like, and I feel the same way. Like, there's only going to be one winner. Like, I do all these pageants, hair and makeup. I'm like, look, I love all these girls, but there's only one crown to be handed out. But the fact that you were there, you were on the stage, you competed, you gave it your all, you went out there and you did it. Like, you flew out there on your own. And like walked in there and just figured it out and got it done. And I mean, and competed against people that you truly admire and like that are like next level.
Yes.
You know what I mean? For you to be on the same stage with people that you admire. Are you kidding me?
Oh, that was like
you were on that level, girl. Get it.
Oh no, I was blown away with, I feel like I handled myself like myself. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely. I feel like I was literally true to who I am. Mm-hmm. I was myself. I never felt intimidated by even my competitors. You know what I mean? Like, we just literally all became like friends in that instant. Mm-hmm. And then like, just that I showed up and I just feel like I showed up. You know what I mean? I just showed up authentically. I showed up with a really good cookie. Mm-hmm. I had fun. Mm-hmm. And that was like all I needed.
Yeah.
And it was funny because I did not want to be the crier on TV because I'm so good at crying. I'm like Kim K. I got a very uncute cry face. This is not cute when I cry. And 2 things that came out of that. One, like just all the coolness of it.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big like feelings person. Mm-hmm. I like to be fun, you know?
Yeah.
But in one of the interviews, they asked me, what does your business mean to you? Mm-hmm. And I never really thought, what does my business mean to me?
Yeah.
And so, and in that moment, I had this like little epiphany of like, well, because it's mine. Mm-hmm. You know, I've been the Marine wife, the oil field wife. I held down the fort.
Yeah.
I'm the special needs mom. I hold down that fort. Mm-hmm. I'm like, and I said, I feel like I've been so used to being, which is not a bad thing. I don't resent. I've never been sad or like, what is the word I'm looking for? Like resentful of these roles. I love all my roles, but I just felt like finally with my business, I'm like starring in my own life.
I feel you 100%.
And that epiphany came to me in the middle of one of my interviews. And I was like, I feel like I've always been like a supporting role, which is 100, like I've never been going to be resentful for that. But like, I feel like I'm like literally starring in my own movie now.
Yes.
And it was like a very like aha moment for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just coming to that like realization was like really epic for me.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing that kind of like, and that was in my exit interview.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna cry.
No, we're not. We got it. We're sucking it in.
Yes. In my exit interview, the producer asked me, what would your son think about your performance today? And so like I literally jumped up, ran completely off screen, started bawling.
Aww.
And she was like, are you okay? And I was like, you know what it is? I said, because at the end of the day, and this is why I don't take things like so seriously. I was like, at the end of the day, I was here and this was fun. And my son would be proud of anything I do.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, like reality is I'm the one who's like proud of my son because my son has a lot of challenges.
Yes.
And he has a lot of things that are just day-to-day normal things that are hard for him to do.
Yes.
Like he can't feed himself. You know what I mean? Like just, but he still shows up.
Yep.
Every day.
With a smile on his face too.
With the biggest smile.
And he has your smile.
And he has like the coolest attitude. And I was like, so like at the end of the day, to me, like none of this matters.
Yeah.
Like there are people with like real challenges and like real hard stuff. And so like me losing today doesn't feel like a failure.
Right.
It was an experience. It was an adventure. That's what Nathan and I always talk about. Like, man, we have some crazy adventures, you know? And I was like, but like at the end of the day, like that to me is what matters. Like my son's like winning.
Yes.
You know, like his little wins.
Yes.
Like he rolled over. You know what I mean? Like he did this. Like he, you know, whatever.
You see him hit those milestones and it's amazing.
Yeah. And I was like, so if anything, like I'm the one that's proud of my son. Like, and I'm glad that I got to experience this for me. Like I still can't like wait to go back home and like be with him. You know what I mean? Like that to me is winning. Like, and so I just felt like it put a lot of things in perspective for me of like, that's why like, it's hard to like have that competitiveness when I just want everyone to win. You know what I mean? It's hard to like, it's hard because I feel like my perspective is different.
Yeah. You don't have a catty bone in your body. You're very much, you take joy in seeing other women
people
win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like
you always have. I knew that about you literally the moment I met you.
Like Emma, like our
little
sweet
Emma Vega Sosa.
Our sweet little Emma.
We love you.
Yes. I love her to pieces. And like seeing her like growth.
Yes.
And like, I just love cheering on like other small businesses, women-owned businesses, like young entrepreneurs. Like any opportunity I get to like go to like a school, like I just did a private school a couple weeks ago. My niece, she has me at her career day every year. I got to go do a school in the Heights. Like those like speaking opportunities for schools, like that's always like probably some of my favorite things. Because I remember at one, I did finding because I try to have like a point of why I'm there, right? So this one that I did was turning a hobby into a passion.
I love it.
And then turning it into a business. And so I said, it doesn't matter how old you are. You can be as old or young as you.
That's right.
You know, are. And it doesn't matter. I was almost 40 when I started my business, when I discovered that I like this. And one of the kids goes, "You're 40?"
Girl, don't get me started. I always feel like shots are fired over here in my house. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Because my son said something about, man, you know, like back in the day, like the olden days, dude, they, you know, this and this and this. And I was like, what is he talking about? And then he said 1992. I was like, shots fired. It like broke my heart. I'm like, well, I guess I'm a relic. I mean, I was born in the 70s and my kids are like, what? The 70s? You would think that I said I was born in 1920.
Yeah.
Same effect on them. They're like, oh,
the 1900s.
Yes, girl. They're just like, it's insane to them.
Yeah, no, it's kind of funny, but so it was just kind of finding, and that day in particular, I had my sneakers that Cynthia Dash Blossoms had drawn for me, and I was like, are there any artists in the room? Is anybody here? It's like, you can turn your passion for drawing into a business, like drawing on shoes, drawing murals, I said, and so I was just trying to get them to spark. I'm like, who has hobbies? Like, what are, and so like, we always kind of do that. Anyway, I just love sparking the idea of you can have a job and love it.
Yes, absolutely. Because I always say, I'm like, people, they work typically 40 plus hours a week. And if you hate your job, oh my God, you hate your life. Because a lot of times you're at work more than you're at home. So please, if you can turn your passion into something that you can get paid for, do it. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Change my life.
Absolutely.
Change my life.
I'm sure. I mean, can you imagine? And it's funny because even like with my son's therapists, like they have like become like our family. Like they're the people that we see the most. So I think of that as like your job. Like those are the people you see the most. Those are the people that you spend the most time with.
Yes.
That's what you do like most of your life. And if you hate it.
Oh, I feel like hating it takes years off of your life. I feel like it ages you to get up and do something you hate every day. I feel like it just
breaks your spirit
mentally. Yes, it breaks your spirit, everything. So it's like, I know we all have to do what we have to do and things are expensive, but if you can find a way to turn a hobby or something you're super passionate about into a career or a business, oh God, please do it. Just do it for yourself.
Yeah. It's like, I think of like my very first year, I had like no clue what I was doing and I didn't actually think I was like a business. And it was like my second year that I was like, maybe I am a business. And then like we closed out our second year of business and my husband was like, okay, we got to find like a real professional because I don't know how to do your taxes anymore. Like
you stumped him.
Yeah. He's like, we need like real help here. And so then like, and I was like, oh my God. And then, it's funny because my husband's sometimes just like, have you seen, like, did you see like your quarter? Did you? And I'm like,
wow.
And I'm like, I was like, and I'm telling you, I don't pay attention to that part because it's like not my wheelhouse. It doesn't, I'm just like, can I spend money or not? Like,
what's my budget?
Yeah. Can I spend money or not? That's all I need to know.
Yeah. I love it.
And anyway, so, but it's just cool to, again, I've never been like, resentful of my roles and I've never been like, oh, I don't contribute to my family because being a stay-at-home mom was 100% like what my family needed at that time, and it was like a huge
like that's everything. That's 24/7 365.
Oh, 100%. And then my husband at that time traveled for work. He was gone half the year.
I understand.
So I mean, being a solo mom to like a special needs kid was like really intense, and so like I've never felt like, oh, I don't contribute to my family. Like, and all stay-at-home moms like majorly contribute to their families, but it's also cool to be like, oh, well, I paid all the bills. Like, I mean,
hello.
I
know, like you can't tell me anything. I'll flex and be like, look, all this is done.
I know. I just
because of me.
So I can't cut my hair any shorter because then I'm unstoppable.
Girl, don't let me do it because I'm contemplating. I'm like, I'm 10 more pounds away from 2 more inches. You won't be able to tell me nothing, girl. I love it.
I know.
But yeah, it feels good, even though it's like, my husband is a great provider. He takes care of our family and stuff. But for me to go, I'm buying my son a car for his birthday. I'm doing it all by myself. Like just me all by myself. Yes. I want to do that. Like I'm taking him to the dealership and going, okay, this is your budget. Pick whichever one you want. Mommy's going to buy it for you. Are you kidding me? Like that just brings me so much joy. I'm so excited for his birthday. I can't wait because it's something that I was like able to do for my family. I just think it's amazing. It makes me so happy. And I did that from something that I love to do, that I'm passionate about. I don't get up and go, oh my God, I have to go like curl someone's hair or put makeup on their face. I'm like, oh, I have 10 people today. I'm out the door. I'm skipping.
I'm sure you're dancing out the door.
Skipping out the door.
I know.
Skipping out, rolling that heavy case behind me, but I'm skipping. I love it.
Just imagine what you do. It's like beyond, like just what we were talking about. It's beyond hair and makeup.
Yes.
You are giving someone like confidence. Like you are giving someone like life. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You do my hair and makeup. I'm can rule the world.
I know.
I can't have you do my hair and makeup every day because
we'd be terrible people.
I would.
That's why
I
can't be like a size 4 or something, girl, because I would just be outside in a bikini and they're like, it's Christmas. And I'm like, yeah.
And
I would be horrible.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh my gosh, I love you so much. This has been amazing. I cannot thank you enough for coming on here and doing this with me.
I appreciate you. I feel like
My Sugarberry boo.
No, I feel like you literally re-energize me. Like you are such a light that you just like literally give light everywhere. And like you've filled my cup today.
Oh, I love that. Every time I see you, I feel like my cup is filled. Even like when we went to Katie Mom's night out, like just seeing you, I was like, oh, my friend's here. Like I just get so excited to see your face and your smile. And I just love it. I just love you. But the thing is it was like pretty much instant.
Yes.
For me when I met you.
love sharing about you. I love sharing what you do to everyone. As soon as I see it, I'm like, she's an amazing glammobile
You are
makeup
so
artist.
about boosting up other women, and I'm so here for it. Oh, and I love your mommy too. Tell your mom I said hey.
I will.
She's so cute.
I know you made my mom feel
She's so cute.
fierce.
I love her.
Yes.
I love her so much. But please tell everybody your amazing socials so they can check it out.
Sugarberry Cookie Shop. You don't have to type my name. You don't have to even know how to say my name.
Okay.
Because Aydee can be a mouthful. Sugarberry Cookie Shop. That's Instagram, Facebook. You can find my website. You can see all the fun things we're doing and lining up doing.
All right, you guys, please don't hesitate to check it out. She's got some amazing things, retail, all the stuff, amazing gift ideas, just phenomenal. Granted, she is a little busy this month in May, but she'll make time for some more orders.
I will always try my hardest to make time.
She's got a team.
I know.
She's got a team in place.
Yes. I feel like a boss.
I mean, well, we kind of are bosses. Hello. I mean, see, she just like makes me want to flex. This is so ridiculous right now. Girl, my daughter's going to have a field day making shorts out of this. Y'all just on there flexing, Mom. Like, yeah, kind of. You can't tell us nothing with our hair grown out. A mess. But thank you guys so much for checking out this episode. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts. And y'all take care. We wish you good mental health and a lovely, sweet day. Bye-bye. Bye.